All right, Shalom. It's your brother Yawanathan. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. I got this clip, this short I saved earlier, and I just figured I'd respond to it here quickly. The title of today's lesson is "We Hit the Jackpot." Now, there was a tweet that came out, man, some weeks ago, when the brother screenshotted it and put it in the chat. And the tweet was, "What is knowing I'm a Jew?" The guy said it was a Jake. He says, "What does knowing I'm a Jew do for me in 2022?" And the answer to that question is actually quite simple, and it's big. Because us being Israelites, it attaches us to not only a land, all right, not only to the promises, but it's an inheritance. We're heirs to a throne, because the kingdom of heaven, whether you understand how it works or not, is actually going to be established on the earth. It's an everlasting rulership upon the earth. So knowing that you're an Israelite connects you to an inheritance, man, and that inheritance is the earth and all things therein, and that's including the people. All right, so let me show this short that I seen earlier today, and we'll just take it from there. Okay, so I'm hold on here.
I asked someone a week ago, how much is America in debt? And they were like, this many trillion. And then I asked a rhetorical question, but the dumbest question I've ever asked myself. I said, how much does the earth cost? All the things on earth.
How much does the earth cost? All right. And obviously we don't endorse shade, but the Lord allowed things to happen that this topic is come up. So he was used to bring up this topic and push it in the forefront, and people are going to have to come to the actual men of the Lord to get the full understanding. But he asked the question, well, how much does the earth cost? Okay, and he's going to go on to say in the short, I'll just actually play the rest of it before I make this point.
Yeah, and it's saying we can't buy it. We couldn't make enough money to buy the earth. That means we made money.
All right, so you on this side, you can't buy the earth. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked already. All right, the earth has been given in, and they've used deceit, like it says in Sirach 10:8. By injuries, riches got by deceit. I actually go get it. Let's just go get it, right? Sirach 10:8. Maybe I'll share it on the screen. Let me share my screen here. Okay, there it goes. Share screen. Window. There we go. All right, so Sirach 10:8. Scroll down here and get it. Bear with me, guys. So Sirach 10:8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, all right, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Now, okay, yeah, I want to make it full screen. There we go. Now, this is how the wicked, they're going to be the people who control the infrastructure, the banks, the media, how the world functions, the laws, the perspective of what's wrong and right. They're going to be the people who have jurisdiction over those things. And clearly we can see who that is. We don't even have to, mention them. But we read this again. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, okay? And then when people came over here and they annexed this land or stole this land from the northern tribes, they broke every treaty. That's an unrighteous dealing. They place usury on all the people of the earth. Unrighteous dealing. Injuries. Okay. I'll just focus on America. I focus on the colonization period, right? When they came over here, especially when I first came into the truth, I was in Pittsburgh. They have a site there called Fort Pitt, and that is the very site in which the colonizers gave the so-called Native Americans small blankets infested with smallpox. That's an injury, man. Decimated the population there. And they still to this day use biological warfare. Don't you find it ironic that 2 years later, all of a sudden you have sudden death syndrome? People just dropping dead randomly. Because the whole world was getting shots up. Okay, now It says, and riches got by deceit. Now, upon them, committing the unrighteous dealings and those injuries, they reap the benefits, the natural resources of this land. Made the nation rich. Made this family of people rich. The kingdom is translated from one people to another. So there's going to be a recompense. You reap what you sow. Okay? So these people who did these wicked things are going to be paid back upon the return of our Lord. That's when we receive our justice. Okay? So because of unrighteous dealing, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And it's going to be given to us, the kingdom, dominion of the earth. So yes, man, we hit the jackpot. The earth from the beginning in the first place was made for our sakes, as you all know. When you go to 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, down 54 and on down. Go get that really quick. 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, 54 on down. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 6 and 54. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest the Lord of all thy creatures, because when the Lord breathed the breath of life into Adam, which was the understanding. What separates man from beast? One, we can speak, articulate and all that, but we've been given the discernment between right and wrong. This line was given the understanding of judgment. All right. So Adam also, whom thou madest the Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people whom thou hast chosen. So out of Adam comes a chosen line of people. It's not all people, but there's a chosen line that comes out of Adam. Okay. It says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou hast madest the world for our sakes. Right, let me highlight that there. Right, again, it says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Whose sakes? That chosen line and the people whom thou hast chosen. He made the world for this specific people's sakes. Now we go down to verse 56. It says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, proving my point that it's a line that comes out of Adam, the other people, just and that just cuts the girl that made the TikTok a while back, talking about the Lord says all the nations are going to be blessed out of Abraham. Yeah, Abraham was made the father of many nations, but the chosen line goes through Isaac, because Abraham had more than one son. Chosen line goes through Isaac, okay, then Jacob, and then you get the 12 tribes. That line of people is who the Lord made the promises with. That's that, and the people whom thou hast chosen. Okay. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. They're background characters in the Lord's movie. The main characters are the nation of Israel, specifically Yahushua, who sprang out of the tribe of Judah. All right. Thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and is like in the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Now, if you had a bucket of water and a drop, falls out of it, are you going to lose your marbles because you that little drop, and you got this whole bucket of water, this whole gallon of water, and a drop falls out? Are you going to trip about it? No, it's insignificant. The Lord is concerned with the nation of Israel. So that's why this is important, man. It's attached to something. Something comes with it, and it's that inheritance. It's dominion over the earth. Okay, it says, as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, these other nations, right, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. Why? Because we were disobedient. Plain and simple. But the Lord, upon his return, is going to be setting up our rulership, something that we get to partake in. Now, majority of our people are going to perish this go around, but when you understand how life and death works, you come to find out that, okay, death isn't final. It's not what I think it is. Okay, because in this world they push the vibration, you only live once, and that's not what the scriptures say. We come back every 3 to 4 generations. Yes, reincarnation is in the Bible, and there's plenty of lessons on that. If you want to go into that topic, just type in GMS, reincarnation or regeneration. Okay, and there's plenty of brothers that have done the lesson. You might have to dig a little bit because, of course, YouTube shadow bans us, but you could find the the lessons, but just thoroughly going into it. I might even go into it later. Okay, but in this clip, let's go on and let's continue to read. Also wanted to get Matthew the 6th chapter. Okay, let me go get that, because right now we're building our riches up for the purchase, because we are going to be redeemed. In Deuteronomy the 20th chapter and the 68th verse, it says, and no man shall buy you, meaning to redeem you. No man's going to deliver us out of that situation. But the Lord, okay, when he comes back, he's not going to come as a man. He's going to come as a great angelic power, and he's going to be the one to buy us back and to purchase the world, man. He's going to take it, really. But I'm using that phrase because of the short clip that we went into. But Matthew 6, I want to pull that up, because our eyes should be single in this time, man, because we're making this investment in the word with our conduct, okay, with the building up of our faith. We're building up our riches to partake in that purchase. Okay, so run this clip for you guys one more time. So I'm going to start it back from the beginning. Is there a way?
I asked someone a week ago, how much is America in debt? And they were like, this many trillion. And then I asked a rhetorical question, but the dumbest question I've ever asked myself. I said, how much does the earth cost? All the things on earth. Yeah. And it's saying we can't buy it. We couldn't make enough money to buy the earth. That means we made money. So if money is the key to all people's happiness and will solve everything.
And true money is gold, silver, resources, natural resources. If you control the natural resources upon the face of the earth, all people have to go through you to even live and survive. And that's what this devil has done. He has control over your water. He has control over the oil, all the energy. He has control over it. The earth indeed has been given into his hands. It's easy to see who has dominion over the earth. You say, well, we know the Arabs, they have the oil. Okay, well, that oil can't be sold or bought unless he's dealing with one of these Edomite countries. All right.
And everyone's doing things for money. Let's just make more money. But it's not about making more money. It's about keeping poor people poor and rich people rich, and keeping people in their place. And right now, we're experiencing the fall of Rome, or the Titanic has now hit a glacier.
And that's true. We are. This is the revised Roman Empire. Same people in rulership, same fundamentals. Political systems. Same vibrations and witchcraft going on. Same thing. Just in a different age. This is that fourth beast that was prophesied in Daniel. Now after that fourth beast comes what? The kingdom of heaven. Our rulership, the everlasting rulership being established. So it's time to get excited. But it's also time to be locked in and have the tunnel vision. Okay?
And there's people who would prefer to go down with the Titanic than to get on a lifeboat because they don't want to get seawater on their dress or on their nice outfit. People are so programmed and brainwashed into classism and protectionism that it's difficult for people to embrace innovation unless
it's difficult for people to imagine life outside of the infrastructure that this devil has built up. Especially 2/3 of our people. They can't imagine life without Esau ruling. That's why when we talk about rulership, when we talk about, all the things that he's doing wrong and how things are supposed to be and separating yourself from the world, Jake will look at you and be like, this nigga's crazy. They don't have the vision because it wasn't imparted unto them in the first place. The Lord chooses whose eyes to open up. The scriptures say, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. You see? So we're simply vessels the Lord uses to alert the people that he's already chosen from the foundations of the earth. Now, Matthew the 6th chapter, and I'll go to the 19th verse. We brought this out, I believe, yesterday at Tuesday camp. And I'll put it up on the screen here. So this is Matthew 6 and 19. It says, and lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, because this place is temporary. It's on the way out. And if somebody wants to put up 2 Peter's 2 and 9, or is it 3 and 9? 2 Peter's 3 and 9. Okay, and you can put up 2 Peter's 2 and 8 as well if you want to, because there's a certain mindset that the that those who have been imparted with this vision to see what's getting ready to come, who do have their hopes in the kingdom, there's a certain mindset that they're going to be in as well. All right, but this is Matthew 6:19. Okay, it reads, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt." Okay, because this place is going to be destroyed, and we know the very fashion in which it's going to be destroyed. And anything here on this side that you gain also could be taken away by the enemy. Prime example in Kanye West. Prime example in A. Jones. I can't say the man's whole name because they might just shut the whole stream down. All right, man was a billionaire, and overnight, they can make you 1,000 there. Okay, and the Waterford putting up the precept, this is love without dissimulation, puts up 2 Peter 2:8, because there's a mindset that the elect are going to be in. Brother, you also could put up Ezekiel the 9th chapter and the 4th verse. Okay, 2 Peter 2:8, "For that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and in hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds." The elect are going to be vexed from day to day with the state of the earth, the mindset of the people, the things that are being pushed, the things that people accept, because everything here that is pushed is contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments, to the will of the Father, contrary to righteousness. And everything good is called evil. So somebody who's pursuing the Lord and seeking to please him and walking after him in his ways, it's hard to function here, man. It drains your soul. But we're renewed. We're still renewed inwardly every day, man. We're reading, we're acting out his ways. We get to, we see the videos, and if you're a brother that's a part of a camp, you get to be around other brothers. That is therapeutic company. All right. This is also Ezekiel 9:4. Okay, the water. It says, "And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city." Now, when you read at the top of this chapter, the Lord has delegated particular angels to execute a task. He has angels with destroying weapons for judgment, because the Lord's going to be judging the house of Israel first. And there's going to be angels that the Lord sends to kill off the wicked of our people. But he has another angel that he gave a writer's inkhorn to mark those. And this is a different mark from the mark in Revelation, the 13th and 16th chapter. The word mark there for the MOTB is charagma, which is an incision in the flesh. Which, if you take that, you're giving dominion of your soul over to a man, and you're choosing the losing side. But this mark here in Ezekiel 9:4 is the Wa, and this is a mark of exemption from judgment. This is the mark that we actually want to receive. Okay, Ezekiel 9:4 again from the top. It says, "And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city." He's speaking to the angel with the writer's inkhorn here. "Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem," and it's a people before a place, "and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof." Okay, so they're going to be the members of the elect, the members that are going to be delivered out of this craziness. Especially the 144,000 are going to be what? Sighing and crying. And that's what you see nonstop with these videos when we call out the atrocities of our enemies. We're sighing and crying unto the Lord, man. We're sighing and crying, saying, "Look at all the evil that's going on here." We long for the kingdom. We long to be delivered out of the snares and traps that this devil lays for us every day. So those that are going to be delivered and saved are going to be in a spirit of sighing and crying, and they're going to be vexed from day to day with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Lot represented the elect in his time in that situation. Now the scriptures call this place, this future kingdom that will be ruling upon his return, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. So the same way Lot felt in his time is how we're going to feel in our time. Okay. All right. Now back to Matthew the 6th chapter, 19th verse. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal." And I mentioned that anything given to you here on this side can be taken right back from you, especially by our enemy, man. Jake thinks $1 billion is a lot of money in the grand scheme of things here on this side. That's nothing. The people that rule this, they're trillionaires. It really can't be measured, because they control the natural resources. They control how the infrastructure of how this earth functions. You can't rule. Our people can't be liberated in a system that was designed in direct opposition to them. So we can't seek to rise up within his system. We have to be putting our investments in something outside of what this devil has built. And his devil, everything that he's built is going to be blown to powder anyway by that great millstone. What we're building and what we're investing in is completely dissociated with this society and the infrastructure. Okay? And again, Jake can't mentally fathom living a life without the infrastructure that Esau has set in place within the society. Oh yeah, so this is the water for the precept. So this goes hand in hand with Ezekiel, the 9th chapter. When you go to Revelation 9 and 4, because the Lord delegated particular angels in Ezekiel 9 and 4 to be judging the wicked of our people. Now, it's going to be a complete cleansing agent. The nuclear missiles are going to be blowing this place to smithereens. The chariots are also going to be getting busy. All right, the Lord's going to be getting busy. Now, everything's going to be destroyed, especially in the North Country. This place is going to be the biggest desert upon the earth. All right, and this is where the bulk of Israel dwells. We're scattered in every nation under heaven, but the bulk of Israel is over here in the Americas. Now, here in Revelation 9 and 4, it says, and it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of Yahweh in their foreheads. So there's going to be much destruction. Okay. And the elect of our nation are going to be being picked out of that destruction. All over the world, from one end of the earth to the other, the elect are going to be being picked out of the destruction. Okay. Brother puts up Revelation 18 and 4 as well. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Now here, when it's saying come out of her, this is literal. This is the taking up. This is the taking up of the elect. All right. And this is what we long for. We're going to be taken out of it. If you also can get the one in Isaiah, I believe it's Isaiah 20. Let me go double check. It's one in Isaiah 20 I want to read. Bear with me, guys. Yes, Isaiah 26 and 20. I'm going to read it really quick for you guys. It says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. Okay? So we're going to be the elect. Lord willing, we're a part of that number. That's what we're striving for. Okay? To be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. Shalom, Elder Manasseh Zakba. All right? We want to be a part of that number, man, that don't partake in the great destruction. So we want to be taken up into those chambers for a little moment, like it says in Isaiah 26 and 20. But again, this is Revelation 18 and 4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. This is the literal. My people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. Because people, man, they're going to be going through those scourges for amendment, like it talks about in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Okay, now let's go back to Matthew the 6th chapter, because this is we're investing, in the kingdom. Because in the short that I showed you guys, he said you can't print enough money to buy the earth. You can't. That's fiat money anyway. But making this spiritual investment, okay, this is how you put yourself in position to be a ruler of it. Okay, this is why it's important to know that you're an Israelite here in 2022. Referencing the tweet that was mentioned earlier. What does knowing I'm a Jew in 2022 do for me? It's attached to an inheritance. It's attached to rulership. Okay, it's very important. All right, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Okay, broke that down. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither the kingdom of heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For your treasure is, there will your heart be also, man. And a gift destroyeth the heart. And a lot of people have been swayed by the things, the fool's gold here on this side, and they move like it. All right, the elder puts up Revelation 11:13. It says, in the same hour there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. Now, when you look at a FEMA map, America is broken up into 10 regions. So this 10th part of the city falling is the completion of the destruction of this place, of the prison camp for Israel. This is just a big prison camp for us, man. Jake, you think you're free, but you're still in jail. The whole the Emancipation Proclamation, it was just a transference of ownership to the corporation that's America. So you're able to roam free, go job, and go back to your little, 2-bedroom apartment, but you still have a massa. Okay? You still have a man reigning over you. Okay? And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, a complete number, right? 7. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. The remnant, because there's only the remnant of Israel, the elect of Israel, is going to be delivered out of this thing. They're the only ones who see the big picture of what's actually playing out. And they're moving like it. Okay? They're moving in that righteous fashion. They're seeking righteousness, seeking meekness, so that they may be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. Brother also puts up Isaiah 1:18. See what you got. It says, come now, and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. The elect are going to be pardoned for their sins. They're going to be, made blameless. They shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. Beautiful. All right. Let's just go finish this here in Matthew, the 6th chapter. Let's go finish that up. Then I'll pretty much wrap up. Okay. Now it says in verse 20, it says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Okay. So we're making investments. This the real stocks. This the real, I'm not a brother that's into the, the cryptocurrency or anything like that, but this is the real investment. And all us, we know that. All the brothers that are into crypto, they know that. That's not a shot at them or anything. But this is the real investment. This you can't lose big on this. The only way you lose big on this is if you stop walking after well-doing. If you don't continue in the well-doing. That's how you lose out. But if you're enduring to the end, that investment is for sure going to pay off. All right, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For your treasure is there where your heart be also. And then it goes on in 22, and I'm gonna finish off. Yep, about 24. It says, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. This, when you have your tunnel vision locked in on righteousness, it changes a man from the inside out. This is the cleaning of the inside of the cup, so that the outside is clean also. This is the cleaning, having your eyes locked on righteousness, the instructions of the Lord, rehearsing them to the best of your ability, understanding what we're part of, doing everything you can to forward the mission. I always talk about this. If a woman is watching, for the sisters that are watching, what you're thinking about, what is my perspective in this thing? What should I be doing? Well, especially if your man is, walking after the Lord, or even if he's not, all of our job is to forward the mission, to help forward the kingdom, and however that may look. For there's a sister, where is it? The sister that came down to Myrtle Beach, when Elder Manata Zagba, man, the whole family came down. The husband, she always makes different lotions and soaps for the brothers. She sends particular things to brothers to make their day-to-day easier, to aid the ministry in whatever way you can, and that it looks different for different people. You're a man of the Lord. You making your lessons, man. The trials that the Lord put you through and that you learn from, you say, hey, this is how you deal with this, and you give wisdom on those things pursuant to the Lord. So the other people that are going through those different trials and things like that, you can give them wisdom and perspective on how to get through it, because something that you got through, that didn't, really break you, that could break another person. But the Lord will have you go through that so that you could have the experience on how to navigate those waters and impart wisdom through the Spirit onto another person. So, all of our, lots look different. But for the women, right? Your husband, your goal, your purpose is to forward. You're his helpmate. Your purpose is to forward his will. Us, the prophets, we're forwarding our husband's will, because we're like the bride, right? O Israel, I am married unto you, O Israel. So us being the bride, we forward our husband's will, man. That's why we gotta have our foot on the gas and doing this work, being on fire for this purpose, man. And what Yahweh Shah is forwarding his father's will is you see what I'm saying? Like it says in John 9:4, I must work the works of him that sent me while there is day. The night cometh when no man can work. All right, so let's make this bigger here. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, if you're concerned with the lust of the flesh, the gratification of the flesh, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore thine light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. And mammon, of course, as you all know, is the god of money. Okay? So yeah, man, we hit the jackpot. But it's not in the sense that, someone in the world may think. It's much bigger than that. We're actually going to own the earth. We're not concerned with a couple billion, even a trillion. We're going to have dominion over the earth and the people in it. Talking about rulership over the earth and the people in it. We're not talking about buying back the block. We're not talking about, having our own country, having a Wakanda. No, we're gonna own the world. And there's nothing that the nations or anybody can do about it. It's inevitable. You see? We already know the winning side. We just have to do our part and endure until the end for it to all play out. So yeah, man, just a quick lesson I figured I'd do before I go run some errands. And it's the most beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful gift. All right, the Lord opened our eyes to see what's going on, and for us to have the opportunity, for us to have this audition for the kingship. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.